This video is my honest how I escape the rat race plan. Not the internet version with lots of Lamborghinis and nice holidays. This is a real one. The one built on skills, experience, and the desire for freedom. Because if I'm honest, I'm 55, nearly 56, and I don't want the best of what I know to disappear quietly when either my energy, my body, or my brain starts changing. I want to be able to help as many people as possible to experience the freedom and flexibility that I have by escaping the rat race. If you're just starting out, maybe in your 30s or 40s, and thinking, is there another way to live that isn't just work, eat, sleep, repeat, you're exactly in the right place. Keep listening. I've spent over 30 years in business, taking on leadership and consultancy roles. I want to share some of that with you. I've got 3 academic degrees and I've got enough certificates from courses over my lifetime that could actually wallpaper a house. I've supported a lot of startups over the years. That's businesses, community interest companies, social enterprises, charities. And these are people with great ideas and very little time, money, or headspace. I've seen what works, and I've definitely seen what doesn't work. And this is why I started this YouTube channel of mine. Not because I think I'm an influencer, I'm absolutely not. I'm still getting used to being on camera, but I don't want everything I've learned to be wasted. And I know there are people out there who still ask me questions that I feel I can answer. I want to put what's in my head somewhere useful so I can help more people. For people who are building something meaningful and want more freedom, flexibility, and choices. The whole point of this video is to help people who are 10, 20, or 30 years younger than me, who are struggling with the rat race and want some ideas and motivation to help you through it and to give you some insight on how to improve life for you. So what is the rat race? I'm not sure if that's like an old-fashioned term that we used in the olden days. Rat race is about sitting in traffic for hours, wasting time, sitting in an office for hours on end, attending meeting after meeting, never having enough time to finish your workload. So you're coming home, you're waded through the traffic, and then you're having to work when you come home to finish off your to-do list. Then battling through the traffic again next day to try to get home in enough time to see your children and your partner and your pets so they all remember that you actually exist. To me, that's a rat race. I don't sit comfortably with some of that, and I know that some people don't fit comfortably with all of that. Now, some people love all that sitting around in traffic and being stuck on that hamster wheel of life, just getting nowhere and selling your soul for payday. I'm happy for you, but keep watching if you're not happy with that race. I'm going to show you how you can potentially avoid some of it in favour of freedom, and you can take tips from the way I've done things to start doing the same for yourself too. Now, I'm not here to sell the idea that everyone can magically escape work, because that's not the reality. That's not real life. I do believe most people can create a bit more freedom, more control over their time, their flexibility. And even if there isn't more money, then it can potentially be a lifetime decision that changed everything for you. I started my family young, very young, too young, and I needed flexibility. I wanted a big family, so I knew I had to have the flexibility to build a life where time wasn't always owned by someone else. And I've been mostly my own boss because it fitted in with the lifestyle I wanted. And there are times when I went into employment because it felt like the right thing to do, the sensible thing to do for the family. But if I'm honest, it probably wasn't the right decision for me. but I tried. And that still played a part in defining what I do now and defining my skills, building my skills up. So it was an important process to go through. It showed me what I didn't want as much as what I did want. So remember, every good and bad situation is a learning opportunity. It will shape you. So how you make use of that learning as part of the situations that you find yourself in, up to you. But make sure you learn every step if you can and keep learning. Most times I've sort of fell into various career decisions. I haven't always made good decisions and I'm still paying for some of those decisions now. But for me, career must also mean it's got to be interesting. It's got to be a bit of a challenge because we should all stretch ourselves. And also, for me, it needs to be flexible. Yes, and maybe I don't need the flexibility of a mother with 4 kids anymore. My kids are grown up, with the youngest still at university, and I have grandchildren. I also have horses, a dog, a husband that he's looking after. Although he wouldn't admit to it, my parents are in their 80s now, and although they are still quite fit, they do need a little bit of help now and then. And I am now used to the freedom and flexibility that I've enjoyed. And I must admit, several times a year over the past 3 years, I have thought about applying for jobs. I have applied for jobs because it still gets hard. When you're running a business from home, it can sometimes feel lonely. But the thought of going back into all the dramatics of the rat race soon gives me a bit of an entrepreneurial prod and gets me moving again. So now I'm building the next chapter on purpose. Not by giving anything up, but by designing a life that works for me, where my time is used in ways that matter and ways that spark my motivation and enjoyment. So I'm not chasing freedom as a fantasy, I'm building freedom as a structure. So here's where I want to help you to do the same. Here's my escape plan, if you like. It's realistic, it's practical, and it's already in motion. I'm keeping the work that I enjoy and I'm good at, and that brings in an income. So that's my coaching, consultancy, bid writing, and continuing to support startups and help businesses grow. Because this keeps me interested. This is my fuel. I love to support people who have an idea and turn that into reality in the form of a business or a community interest company or a project. I can help people, but it gives me the flexibility. I can choose who I work with. And that's lesson number 1 for anyone building your freedom plan. So don't throw away the thing that funds your life while you're building the next thing, but do mold it so that it suits your skill set, it suits your level of interest and your motivation. Everything can be molded or changed if you really work out what you enjoy and what you're good at. The second thing is I've designed and set up digital products because they let me help more people without trading every hour for money. And this is where freedom really starts to become real, because a business that can earn while I'm with my family, riding my horse, walking my dog, or spending time in the garden, that's where freedom starts. But, and this is really important, digital products still take work. You build them once, you improve them, and then they start to support you. Don't think for 1 minute that you can sit back and do nothing to make money. I've not found that yet. And come on, where is the challenge in that? We need some challenge. We all need a challenge. And it's got to be interesting, surely. So number 3 is I'm setting up this YouTube channel as a long-term engine. Not only does it drive traffic to my websites, but my priority for YouTube is that I can help more people. So I'm still asked a lot of questions from people just starting out or within the first 3 years. And what I do with my YouTube channel and my courses is I answer those questions that people have been asking me for years, and they still continue to ask those questions. It's about impact. YouTube is about giving people the skills and the confidence to build something on their terms, whether that's a small business or a social enterprise or a charity. YouTube is a potential income generator, but it's a long-term engine. So I'm not pretending monetization of your YouTube channel is something that you can set up straight away or that it's going to give you a realistic income. It happens for some in a few weeks and it can take years. For ultimately, I'll send out videos whenever I can to help as many people who need it. So one thing I need you to take away from this is that escaping the rat race isn't necessarily one thing. It's about developing a portfolio. So it's not just one big leap, it's a portfolio. So it's a service income or maybe products if you create your own website and sell some products via the website, and income. So it's something that can be flexible. My consultancy, my bid writing, and my project management is all flexible. So it gives me that ability to fit it around family, to fit it around holidays, things that I need to get done. Digital products are a real investment. They take time, but once they're there, it's only a matter of tweaking the system, and you can then scale the system to help scale your income. And again, once they're done and they're created and they're uploaded, those digital products work while you sleep. YouTube content. Again, I love doing these YouTube videos. I have got over fear of being videoed. I do enjoy them. So it's a way of helping more people that should potentially help to drive up income in the future. And I've had other businesses in the past. I've renovated property to sell on and rent. And my income has been a mixed portfolio. So I'm going down a different route with the property now. And maybe there's a future YouTube video for you all on that one. So that's one way to stop feeling trapped, is that you build a portfolio. Stop relying on one single source of income, one single employer. You start to look at what you enjoy, what you're good at, what problems can you solve, and what the world needs. When you have an idea that ticks all those boxes, it's time to start building it. And what does freedom mean? What does freedom give you? What does it create? I'm not saying you won't work hard, but if you can build something that you enjoy, it can be on your terms and it can actually feel like it fits your life. If you build your plans around something you enjoy, then it doesn't feel like work. Build it to escape the parts of the rat race that you hate, the traffic queues, the late meetings, the late night shift, trying to catch up on that to-do list. Build it for you, for your family, for the people around you. So let me give you 3 questions to help to develop your own freedom plan. So think about, what skills do people already ask you for? Is there something you're known? So that's your starting offer. What are you good at and what do you enjoy? The second question is, what would you like your week to look like? Design the business or your idea or your ideas to match your life and the lifestyle that you want. So I was once asked by my NLP coach to write down a letter to my future self as the person I wanted to be, and I had to describe what my ideal day looks like. A lot of time to think it through and write every detail that I could think about, and I'd put it away and then go back and amend it. Then I put it away for over a year and then I'd read through it. I was quite surprised to find that I'd achieved a lot of what I wanted in my life to look like. Still some way to go, but I annually update the letter to myself so that I can check I'm working towards what I really want, and I'm succeeding in that. So try it. Put as much detail in it as possible. What does your ideal day look like? Write it as if you've achieved it. Read through it 3 times, then put it away for a week. Then get it out, read through it again, add, change, amend, and also note any changes. Read it through again and put it away. Regularly repeat this action. This way you can start to build a picture of how you actually want your life to look like and start acting on making those changes. Another question for you, what's the first reliable income step? So just start one small thing to start to build an income. Something small with action will get you there. It's better than a big dream that actually you never quite go with. If you are thinking about starting a business and you don't know how to go on, then you can express an interest in my Startup Superstars course coming soon. So that's help you to start a business or start with self-employment. It takes you from the early ideas right through the steps that you need to take to start up in business. So join the wait list on my website and I'll notify you when it's ready. If you want to build something with impact, such as a community interest company or a community enterprise, my Mastering Not-for-Profit Launch and Grow course is a step-by-step through the startup to growth, including funding, governance, and income planning, and that can help you to develop your new organisation. Both these courses have workbooks and toolkits to help you go from dreaming to reality, to build a life that you really want. There's no pressure, but if you want a clear path rather than just getting through the process, then they're there for you. And if this video's made you think, well, yes, I need more freedom than I currently have, you're not behind, you're not too old, you're not too late. Start by being honest with yourself. When you understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your likes and dislikes, as well as your ambitions, then you're a good way towards being the successful person that you deserve to be. Let me know how you get on.